following is a presentation of ASN and the Lake County Sports Network.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Good morning.
It's time to wake up.
This is Snowman in the Morning on the Arena Sports Network.
Did you not get the memo?
Let's get busy.
Another morning, and thank you, Lord, for that. And that's from the heart. Now that we got that, no, I can't say now that we got that out of the way, because the Lord did wake us for another morning, and I am very, very grateful, and thank you for that. On your mark. No. That's not how I wanted to begin. I wanted to begin this way. 3, 2, 1. Vamos. Good morning. Now that we got that out of the way. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Snowman in the Morning, presented live by Sowers Ford at SowersAuto.com and also LaPorteCountyLife.com. Have you heard the good news? And speaking to the good folks at LaPorteCountyLife.com, their Good Life Awards is tonight. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, 6 to 9 p.m. in Valparaiso. Let me get a couple more announcements out of the way. I got the sponsor plugs out of the way. Want to find us on, excuse my voice. Want to find us on Twitter? You can find us at SIT Morning and follow us all day long. And also you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Snowman in the Morning. And what you can also do is, I mentioned that. Okay, you can email us. You can email us at snowmaninthemorning@gmail.com. That'll be for the next 30 days. That address is going to change because the good folks at Binary Web Consulting are setting up our emails for us, and we thank you for that. Portion of today's show also sponsored by GameWorks in Schaumburg. Want a good place to go for eats and hanging out and playing games, especially Star Wars Racer, which I am completely in love with? Then GameWorks is the place to go. 601 Martingale Road in Schaumburg. It's the works. GameWorks. Man, we got a lot to get to this morning, and I'm going to have a little fun throughout the course of the show because there's a friend of mine that she caught the show yesterday and caught the parts where I was talking about food, and she kind of I'll get to that after the break. And speaking of which, I'm going to need a break because my voice is cracking sideways. But we need to let you know what happened in the world of sports last night, especially here in the Chicagoland area with our studios here in Glenview. It's time for Rusty's Morning Wrap with this music in the background. It's presented by Wood Forest Bank. And I got Rusty on the hotline this morning. Good morning, Rusty.
Good morning, Brian. We survived the raindrops that came through the area last night.
I was sleeping like a baby.
Well, if you went to sleep early, you didn't see the drops that came through the northern areas through the afternoon, and some parts of the area had a little rough go, seeing some flooding and all that. But,
listen,
we made it through.
I drove through hail last week. Okay, when a storm came down here in Glenview and drops of hail were coming down. Yeah, I drove through that and survived. So that's nothing. What you got for me this morning, Rusty?
Let's see what we got here. Morning, Brian, and everybody. Welcome to Tuesday Rusty's Morning Wrap-Up, presented by Wood Forest Bank, the official bank of the Arena Sports Network. Bears news in Bourbonnais. Wide receiver Marquise Wilson fractured his clavicle in practice on Monday after he landed awkwardly going for a ball. He might need surgery. He could miss most of the season.
Ouch.
Also, practice was cut short when tight end Martellus Bennett got into a fight with first-round draft choice Fuller for adjustment. Brandon Marchand talked to the team after the altercation. Everything seemed fine after that. Over to baseball, White Sox battled through the rain, managed to pull out a rain-shortened 5-3 victory over the Rangers in 7 innings at U.S. Cellular Field. Tyler Flowers, Jose Abreu each drove in. I should say they both together drove in 5 runs. Hector Noesi picked up the victory. Sox host the Rangers again this evening. John Banks throws against Colby Lewis. Cubs are making a move. They decided to call up talented Javi Baez from AAA.
Really?
Iowa. He will join the Cubs in Colorado this evening, start at second base, and Travis Wood will oppose Brett Anderson. WNBA Chicago Sky, sitting 1/2 game out of a playoff spot, travels to play the Connecticut Sun this evening.
Big
Elena
game.
Belladonna will try to match, if not do better than their 21-point performance she had on Sunday in 16-plus minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, Brian, the International Champions Cup was crowned last night in Miami.
And?
Manchester United got past Liverpool 3-1. Manchester United scored 2 goals, 2 minutes apart in the second half. By the way, this was actually a friendly or a preseason match because these teams start the English Premier League season coming up in just a couple of weeks.
Oh,
and
wow.
between the two clubs, they have a total of 38 English championships and over 100 trophies worldwide.
That's just not fair. That's just
Rusty
not
Silver
fair.
for the Arena Sports Network, and don't forget to visit Woodforest Bank at woodforest.com for more information.
That's just not fair to have all those championships to themselves. You know that.
Well, that's English Premier Soccer for you.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Are you doing okay this morning, Rusty?
I'm making it. My voice seems a little scratchy, but I'm making it.
I understand about the voice. Trust me. I have a question for you before you get out of here. I posted yesterday on the show. If there was one place you could visit that tasted Chicago often, what would that food place be?
Let's see. One place to visit in Chicago. One place would it be? Well, I am a beloved Cub fan. I guess Cubs, going down to Wrigley Field would be one.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Nowadays the way they play, I don't think that's the best place in the world. Me being a soccer nut these days,
Toyota Park?
I would say Toyota Park is a place to visit.
Okay, so what kind of food do they have at Toyota Park?
Boy, they've got all different types of food. So
Really?
oh yeah, they're all that. Is that what you're looking at? Food?
Well, yeah. Considering you're the one that introduced me to Irving's here in Glenview recently. Yeah.
I don't know what would be the best place for food in Bridgeview, but
I'm talking about at the park.
oh, at the park itself.
I'm talking about at the park. All right. Have a great day, Rusty. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I got him. I finally got him. It took a minute, but I got him. I'm going to share a couple of funny stories with you after the break. Snowman of the Morning continues in a deuce.
You're listening to the Lake County Sports Network, Lake County's best sports station.
Where would you rather watch football this weekend? At Mommy's house?
Go, touchdown! No! Football is my favorite show!
Maybe with your snooty neighbor?
Cheers!
You spilled my appletini all over the duvet.
Or you could go tablegating with real football fans at Buffalo Wild Wings and enjoy an endless supply of delicious wings and ice-cold beer. Tablegating at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Buffalo Wild Wings in Round Lake Beach is a proud sponsor of the Lake County Sports Network. Buffalo Wild Wings. You have to be here.
Craig Culver on Culver's Flavor of the Day.
Every day at Culver's, we feature a unique flavor of our fresh frozen custard.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Caramel fudge cookie dough. Brownie batter overload.
Wow.
Each is handcrafted in small batches, right in the restaurant with real Wisconsin dairy.
That's what makes it so amazingly rich and creamy.
I'm telling you, people love it.
Hey, I once traveled 28 miles for a double scoop of butter brickle.
Welcome to Delicious.
Looking for a reason to visit U.S. Tire and Auto in Gary, Indiana? Our customers gave us 5 of them. The high standards of quality service and parts, lifetime warranties, a strong business built on honesty and integrity. They've been servicing the Gary community since 1991 and the largest auto and light truck tire dealer in the city of Gary, Indiana. We have a variety of products and services that are instrumental to the health of your car, including our tire fitment guide to help you find the correct size tires for your automobile. Our friendly service staff will quickly outfit your vehicle with a high-quality tire that is right for you. Check out our tire and wheel catalog to give your vehicle the perfect fit. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 219-884-4600 or visit us online at www.ustire-auto.com.
Now what's that? I say, now what's that boy up to? Better check on it, yeah.
You're listening to Snowman in the Morning.
Ask a silly question, get a silly answer.
I know it's not the usual break I come back with, and I know Josh is mad at me, and I'm being yelled at by my producer behind me who has a Cubs hat on. And he's really trying to let me have. So will y'all excuse me a minute, please? Will you shut the hell up, please? Oh, thank you. Jeez Louise, he's got a big mouth, but he's very instrumental in what we do, and I love picking on him. Snowman in the Morning, presented in part by Sowers Ford. Visit SowersAuto.com for more information, or give them a visit at 3350 Franklin in Michigan City. It's Tuesday, and we have this show. We will not have an afternoon locker room this afternoon, so you hear a replay of yesterday's episode or a classic baseball game on our networks, as I will have the Sports Drive at WRHC in Three Oaks, Michigan. That will begin at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, and it's on for an hour. So you'll hear that tonight, and you'll hear a replay of that as well. Okay, I had a little fun yesterday talking about the Taste of Chicago. Excuse me. And I mentioned a very special friend of mine. Her name is Sylvia. And I told you all the story about how she wanted pizza. No, how she demanded a turkey leg and how she wanted pizza. So she kind of heard that and got a little pissy. And she emailed me and said, "Look, Igor, I don't like how you talked about me like that, making me sound like I'm crazy." Well, you are crazy. That's why I've loved you for 10 years, because I'm just as nuts. She did that in fun because she knows I kid around with her a lot. But I have to tell y'all this. I'm probably going to turn this into a segment called Sylvie's Adventures. I have to. I talked to her yesterday. She emailed me and she said, "Are you going to share any more Sylvie horror stories?" I said, "I may turn that into a segment." So the wheels were turning at 200 miles an hour. They didn't stop. And I'm doing this purely for laughter, purely for laughs, okay? Because, like I said, she and I have been friends a very long time. We've shared some crazy moments before they blew up the RCA Dome, of course. In fact, I'll tell you two stories. The first one goes like this, and I know she's going to hate me for telling this one, but I have to. Once upon a time, she invited me to come down to visit her, so I did. But she had to work. Now, there were two mitigating circumstances, folks. Number one, she had the headache from hell, and like me, she does not get along with headaches. And number two, she had a visitor, and I'll let you men figure out what the visitor was. All right. There were some hot dogs in the refrigerator, and she told me, "You're welcome to anything in the house as long as you ask first." All right? Because I haven't been grocery shopping yet. I said, "Oh, okay, I can do that." So I called her. And I said, "Sylvie, may I please have some hot dogs?" She said, "Sure, go for it." So I ate the whole damn package. It wasn't at one sitting. It was throughout the course of the day. And when she came home, and I didn't realize how bad of a day at work she had, When she came home, she let me have it. You ate all my damn hot dogs. Yeah. Look, you cannot be calm in this. You ate my hot dogs. Yes, I did. Oh, that made her even madder. I mean, she may be only 5'10", but she stood up to me in a heartbeat. And she said, look, you ate my hot dogs. And her voice got lower and lower and lower. And I started shaking and shaking and shaking. And I said, yes, I did. I ate the whole package. And she said, you know what? Get the hell out and don't come back. And I started toward the door before she grabbed my shoulder. She says, I don't mean that literally. But you told me to leave. You really think I would let you walk out of here? Yes. And she says, you know me entirely too well. But here's the funny thing. I don't know if this product still exists, but in 2004 it did. She had some hot dog relish. Now, I've heard of plain relish, but she went into the refrigerator and pulled out this hot dog relish, and she was hot. She was mad. I mean, I can joke when I say this. There was steam coming from her ears. She was so mad. She said, I had this for my hot dogs, and you ate my hot dogs. I'm sorry? No, that's not going to work. You got to go buy me some more hot dogs. Well, how the hell am I going to do that? And you're already home. And then she sat me down and said, look, Brian, I had a horrible day at work. My head's hurting. A few other things are hurting. And that's when I got the clue about her having physical company. And I'm trying to clean this up as best as I can. And the best way I can say it is that Mother Nature was showing up and showing out. And I caught her at the wrong time, and I did the wrong thing, and boy, did I pay for it. It's a wonder she's still friends with me after 10 and a half, 11 years. That's the first one. The second Sylvia adventure I'm going to share with you before we go to another break. Pardon me. I don't know which one to do. They're also hilarious, but this is the one. And I told y'all she came here in 2004, went to the Taste, and ate like she lost her mind. I did too. And I told her she wanted the turkey. She wanted the turkey leg. And when she caught this on air and heard it, and she was cracking up laughing, and she reminded me of a plant in Little Shop of Horrors that kept saying, feed me, feed me. And she says, why are you making me sound so terrible? I said, I did that in fun. But with all that being said, she told me about the plant in Little Shop of Horrors. Kept saying, feed me. I told her about the turkey leg, the pizza, and the popcorn, and I'm not going to mention the cheesecake. She nearly beat me with that. But here's the second Sylvie incident, okay? She, for some reason, I don't know how she does this, but whenever I want to pull a fast one on her, she figures it out. And she sat me down. She has a penchant of sitting me down, okay? And she said, look, you're not going to pull any pranks on me. I don't like surprises. You don't? No, I don't. Why are you yelling at me? Because I don't like surprises, and I'm preventing you from pulling any on me. Okay, I won't pull a fast one on you. You won't? No. It's that easy. It's that easy. Yeah, I lied. So one day her car broke down and she didn't know what to do. She was calling her family members. I gave a call to our good friends at Enterprise in Indianapolis. And she turned around and looked at me while I was making the reservation of where we were going to pick the car up and everything so she can get to work and I can get back home here to Chicago. I will say she appreciated it, but she didn't like the surprise. I don't know why she didn't like the surprise. It was just natural for me to do that. And she says, "You're doing an awful lot." I said, "Well, you don't have a car. I know some people. Why not?" I can just still see that look on her face. And those are my Sylvia Ventures for the day. Snowman in the Morning brought to you by theportcountylife.com. The Port County Life. Have you heard the good news? And also brought to you this morning by Sowers Ford of Michigan City, Indiana. Give them a visit at 3350 Franklin in Michigan City. All right, I got one more, and this is sports related. Trust me, this is sports related. On a weekend, I went to see her. She told me, "You're not working," even though I did have a basketball game earlier in the day. She says, "You're not working." I'm not. "No, I don't want you saying any basketball reference. I don't want you saying any football reference. I don't want you saying any baseball reference." Well, then what the hell are we going to talk about? Brian, yes, don't start with me. I'm sorry. She's going to brutalize me for this, but I'm doing this in pure unadulterated fun. So we went to her sister's house, and what do you think was playing, folks? You doggone right, a basketball game. And I couldn't say a thing. Her sister, an Indiana Pacers fan, was into it. And I mean, this is toward the end of the Reggie Miller era. I mean, she was all the way into it, and I believe it was a playoff game. She was all the way into it. I couldn't say a word. Oh, and her niece, who was, I believe, 4 at the time, was like in her own sadistic, hilarious way asking me to move. So I moved. Didn't move fast enough. So out this little girl's mouth at 4 years old comes, "Move, hand!" Making a reference to my bald head. The whole room stopped. I looked at Sylvie, she looked at me, and she says, "That's Steffi." I politely got up and moved to another couch. So the game was still going, and I'm still on punishment. I could not make any sports reference. This woman challenged me, and she should know better, challenged me to go through a full day without making a sports reference. I almost had it until Detroit turned the ball over, and her sister and I uttered a phrase that got me beat up with a pillow. When the phrase was uttered, "a fresh 24." And anyone who's watched any kind of basketball broadcast knows that and a quick guess, that means a fresh 24-second shot clock. And I say, "Yeah, fresh 24." And I said, "Oops. Yeah, I got my tail kicked with a pillow the size of her. She's 5'10". And she swung that thing like a combination of Jim Thome, Frank Thomas, Ken Griffey Jr. all at the same time. Yeah, I got beat up. I might have to have her do an impression of a character that she always does an impression for, called Coach on another station that's out east. I'll have to have her call in and do that. And I'll have to have her explain that. I'm being told to go to a break. That's our Sylvia Ventures for the day. When we come back, Derrick Rose versus the Bulls again. Are y'all serious? You're trying to create a rift that is not even there. I'll explain in a deuce.
Have you heard the good news about a company that started 4 years ago and worked at a relentless pace based entirely upon one simple premise? Have you heard the good news about a place you can go to enjoy positive, community-oriented information about the town, city, or region that you live in and the people involved? Have you heard the good news that you yourself can share stories about this same theme to others in your community? That place is LaPorteCountyLife.com. At LaPorteCountyLife.com, you can celebrate a company that had a crazy dream based on a belief that positive breeds positive and that people want to read, hear, and watch stuff about good people. At LaPorteCountyLife.com, you can go to a place to enjoy positive, community-oriented information about the town, city, or region that you live in and the people involved. Want to see more? Want to read more? Want to hear more? Then go to LaPorteCountyLife.com. Have you heard the good news? Have you ever wanted your own phone app but thought it was too expensive? Here is something even better. The best custom mobile page QR system in the world designed for smartphones, iPhones, and tablets. Have the business card of the future for our mobile world. It includes your own customizable mobile page with unlimited flexibility, your contact info, YouTube channel, videos, events, specials, audio, and more, all on your mobile page. Your own back office so you can make real-time, unlimited updates and changes as often and as much as you want. One code is all you will ever need as you change anything in real time from your back office. This is your business card on all ads, Facebook, t-shirts, flyers, and doorways everywhere. All of this for $99.90 a year plus a $3 payment fee. Visit www.qr2015.net for more information or call 312-802-1208. That's 312-802-1208. The future is in your hands. Call or visit online today.
It began as a promise. Son, we're going on a road trip. That promise has lasted over 30 years. Our dream is to visit every national park in America. It's been thousands of miles, countless bumps along the way, but we'll just keep moving on, pursuing this amazing dream.
Visit DrassichAgency.com or call 219-945-3040 and ask Joel Drassich how you can get all of your insurance under one roof. Get your best price on Ford trucks, Focus, F-150, Explorer, Escape, and Lincoln MKS, MKT, MKX, MKZ, as well as Fiesta, Fusion, Taurus, Mustang, Navigator, and all other new Ford Lincoln vehicles at the all-new Sowers Ford in Lincoln, Northwest Indiana's newest Ford Lincoln dealer. We offer new and used Ford Lincoln vehicles, parts, service, and used car. If you are in Northwest Indiana or near Michigan City, LaPorte, Hobart, Burns Harbor, Valparaiso, Chesterton, South Bend, or Portage, there is no comparison to the other dealers around town. We are about to earn your business with top quality service and the most competitive pricing in Indiana. Stop by today at 3930 Franklin Street in Michigan City or give us a call at 219-879-5381. That's 219-879-5381. Or visit us online at www.sowersauto.com. Sowers Ford Lincoln, Northwest Indiana's newest Ford Lincoln dealer.
Now what's that? I say, now what's that boy up to? Better check on it, yeah.
You're listening to Snowman in the Morning.
Ask a silly question and get a silly answer.
Hey, Josh, wake the bleep up. Wake up, I said. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me, Seymour. Y'all know she'll be mad at me, right, for telling that hot dog story? Oh, gracious. Snowman in the Morning presented by Buffalo Wild Wings of Round Lake. Wings Burr Sports. You have to be here. Buffalo Wild Wings, proud sponsor of the Lake County Sports Network, a proud carrier of Snowman in the Morning. And speaking of the Lake County Sports Network, we owe y'all a station ID. You're listening to Snowman in the Morning on the Arena Sports Network and the Lake County Sports Network.
You're listening to the Lake County Sports Network, Lake County's best sports station.
Halfway home of the first hour, and we've had nothing but humor, and I got beat up again, folks. I told a hot dog story to begin the show, and I got a text message. The text message reads, "Look, you should not be telling people I'm that bad. I never said you're that bad." I said you're bleeping nuts, and I mean that in fun, but then again, so am I. Gotta love it. Snowman in the Morning presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Buffalo Wild Wings, you have to be here. Buffalo Wild Wings of Round Lake. Okay. Now that we got all the fun stuff out of the way, let's be serious for a moment, folks. There are some people here in Chicago that are trying to create a rift again between Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. A rift that isn't there. The doggone Sun-Times is getting on my nerves. Okay? There is no reason for y'all to create something that is not there. And for all these people that think that Derrick Rose will not be back to the human blur form from his 2 years' worth of injuries, I have a memo for you. Yes, he is. What happened to Paul George was a freak injury. Mentioned that yesterday. Larry Bird gave a ringing endorsement of professional players playing on the Olympic team or the USA team, period. But this, we're talking strictly NBA basketball here this morning. Leave Derrick Rose alone, will you please? Let him get back to being the human blur. He can't concentrate with all these negative people in his ears. So he shuts them out. And I'm being told by Josh Lopez, and it's not just the Sun-Times, it's also ESPN 1000 trying to create a rift between Derrick Rose and the Bulls. It ain't there. It's not there. Do you understand? Do you not understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I probably said that wrong, but hey, when Derrick Rose gets back to being the human blur, blowing by everybody, setting up everybody on the team, and still dropping 25, 30 points a game, then y'all are going to be sorry. No, more to the point, y'all are going to be mad, okay? Because you doubted this young man since he went down with his first injury, his ACL. And then you doubted him even more when he went down with his second injury in Portland last year. Everybody, well, I can't say everybody. Almost everybody began to question what kind of heart Derrick Rose has. I even heard a couple people make the suggestion. I can't believe I'm going to repeat this. I heard a couple people make the suggestion that he should take the money that he got on his 5-year contract and run. That's stupid. He's not that kind of person, nor will he ever be. If he's going to take the money, he's not going to take the money. He's going to earn it. Okay? And he's going to earn it by getting on everybody's nerves. And is he ever going to earn it by getting on everybody's nerves? By being Derrick Rose. I had a question posed to me, is he going to be back to the Derrick Rose that he is? No, because he's going to be better. He's going to be stronger. He is going to be faster. he is going to be better than the MVP season. And they're looking, the folks in the NBA and fans of the NBA are looking for a reason to hand another MVP to, and I hate cussing like this in front of fans, LeBron James. No. That'd be like handing a title to the Chicago Cubs. I'm sorry, did I go there? I'm sorry. I couldn't resist that, and it was too easy. What y'all fail to realize about Derrick Rose is that he's going to be better even than his MVP year of 2011. And what y'all need to realize about this Bulls team, and I know I'm talking basketball when football is the hype, but doggone it, go with me here, okay? What y'all need to realize is that this Bulls team is primed and ready. Now, there's a lot for them still to prove. But wouldn't it just get on your nerves if you are teams like the Cleveland Cavaliers, being funny, don't get mad, just being funny. If you are teams like the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Miami Heat, the Indiana Pacers, and I know I'm going to get beat up for this, but I'm going to go ahead and talk truth here. The truth shall be told and shame the devil. That's what I'm told all the time, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. If you're teams like the Indiana Pacers, Cleveland, Washington, y'all need to fear the Bulls. For the simplest of reasons, they're getting their captain back. For the simplest of reasons, they've made some moves and some draft picks that make them stronger, that make them better, that make them deeper. I've said it before, and I'll say it again about the Chicago Bulls. There is one thing, and one thing only, that has bitten the Bulls in Tom Thibodeau's 4 years. It has been injuries. That's it. When you lose a shot blocker, the form of Omar Ashik, it does something to you. The Bulls work so hard, okay? But when this team steps on the floor, all you haters, all you Bulls haters, are not going to be pleased. Now I want a hot dog for some reason. I don't know. No, I'm kidding as I say that. Snowman in the Morning presented by LaPorteCountyLife.com. LaPorte County Life. Have you heard the good news? Also, coming August 30th, Saturday, August 30th, from 3 to 6 Central Time, we will be at the LaPorte County Fair with an afternoon locker room Saturday special. And what's the special? It's going to be done in conjunction with an event presented by the Worthy Women Recovery Home. They are a Christian home that provides recently incarcerated women with reentry programs and the tools necessary to reduce recidivism rates, substance abuse, and addictions, and to empower them to live as possible role models for their children in their community. This powerful organization that I had a chance to meet some members of about 2 weeks ago, are sponsoring an event at the LaPorte County Fair. I want y'all to come out and support them, okay? The afternoon locker room Saturday special will be there August 30th from 3 to 6. We're going to give away some prizes. We're going to have some trivia questions. We're going to have all kinds of fun. And old Snowman just may get in the dunk tank. I've never done it before. And I can't pronounce her last name. Sunshine Trochet, I believe that's her last name. She is one of the ones that put this whole thing together, and I can't wait to be there. When she asked me, "Would you come out and would you come out and support us?" I said, "Sure." And then she threw the idea of me coming out and doing a show there. I said, "Let's go for it." So we're going to do that August 30th. That's a Saturday. August 30th at the LaPorte County Fairgrounds. We're going to, like I said, we're going to give away some prizes. It's a 3-hour special, and everybody there is going to have a good time, and there might even be a couple of cameras for y'all to see old Snowman getting a dunk tank. In fact, I'm going to request that I get in the dunk tank for a couple of rounds. I mean, a few people are going to be out there with me, and I might have to do it before I do the show, but we'll get all that figured out. Find us on Twitter at SIT Morning. That's our new Twitter handle, SIT Morning. Talking Derrick Rose here, and I talked about this on the Afternoon Locker Room show yesterday. Is there a tie between and I asked Alvin Washington, who joined me yesterday on the afternoon show, this question: would there be a tie between Derrick Rose and Stephen Curry? Because y'all know me. In Derrick Rose's absence, I've developed a bit of an NBA man crush on one Steph Curry. I used to watch his father, Del Curry, play many years with Cleveland and then Charlotte. And Steph Curry, what Del did was a jump shooter. Del was a jump shooter. What Steph has become is a pure point guard with a 30-foot shot. When Derrick Rose gets back to health, I can't wait. And I mean full health. I cannot wait to see Derrick Rose and Steph Curry go at it. Who'll get to 30 first before the end of the period, before the end of the half or end of the game? Both of them are very, very fast. Don't try to catch them. It's futile. But Alvin Washington made one good point, and the point he made is this: what Steph Curry can do is pull up from 30 feet out, kind of like what Reggie Miller used to do, without knocking people over. No, I'm kidding. Kind of like what Reggie Miller used to do is just pull up from 30 feet and say, okay, I'll just take it from here. Pow! Knock one down. Derrick Rose is getting there. But what Steph Curry does from the outside, Derrick Rose does from the inside. So you kind of cancel that out. Can y'all not wait to see those two get together? Derrick Rose and Stephen Curry, I'm telling you, they only see each other twice. Once in Chicago and once in Oakland. I'm going to try to make them both. Besides, I may have a reason to go see the Oakland Coliseum and be done with it. Oh, boy. This is just me having fun this morning. Let me pause for a break, and when we come back, what is this you're holding up at me? No, I'm not going to talk about that. My producer wanted me to talk about someone. No, I'm not going to do it. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Get your best price on Ford trucks, Focus, F-150, Explorer, Escape, and Lincoln MKS, MKT, MKX, MKZ, as well as Fiesta, Fusion, Taurus, Mustang, Navigator, and all other new Ford Lincoln vehicles at the all-new Sowers Ford in Lincoln, Northwest Indiana's newest Ford Lincoln dealer. We offer new and used Ford Lincoln vehicles, parts, service, and used cars. If you are in Northwest Indiana or near Michigan City, LaPorte, Hobart, Burns Harbor, Valparaiso, Chesterton, South Bend, or Portage, there is no comparison to the other dealers around town. We are about to earn your business with top quality service and the most competitive pricing in Indiana. Stop by today at 3930 Franklin Street in Michigan City or give us a call at 219-879-5381. That's 219-879-5381. Or visit us online at www.sowersauto.com. Sowers Ford Lincoln, Northwest Indiana's newest Ford Lincoln dealer. Have you heard the good news about a crazy dream based on a belief that positive breeds positive and that people want to read, hear, and watch stuff about good people? Have you heard the good news about a place you can go to enjoy positive, community-oriented information about the town, city, or region you live in and the people involved? Have you heard the good news about a place where you can celebrate what is right in the world, share it with your friends, family, and community, and neighbors at school, work, or place of worship, and have fun doing it? Well, there is such a place. That place is LaPorteCountyLife.com. LaPorteCountyLife.com is all about the positive, not the negative, bringing out the best and not the worst, and all about promoting positivity in your community. LaPorteCountyLife.com. Have you heard the good news?
Now what's that? I say, now what's that boy up to? Better
check on it, yeah.
You're listening to Snowman in the Morning.
Ask a silly question, get a silly answer.
Hi! I had a little fun with a friend this morning. Oh! You are not throwing a ball with me in the dunk tank, Josh. I'm referring to an event that we will be at on the 30th. At the LaPorte Fairgrounds, LaPorte County Fairgrounds, doing an event with women. Doggone it! I had to read and I put it down. Worthy Women Recovery Home is a sponsoring of an event, Recovery Day. I have the flyer. I don't have it in front of me. But we are going to be out there from 3 to 6 on August 30th, having all kinds of fun. And I'm going to see if I can really help out and get in the tank. There's going to be a dunk tank there, and I'm getting in the dunk tank. At least I'm going to try. I don't know if he's listening, but I'm going to say hi to him anyway, him and his mom. His name is Dylan Turk. He played quarterback with the Trinity International Trojans, and I gave him a nickname, the Hawaiian Turk, because he's from Hawaii, and his last name is Turk. Pretty simple, but his mom loved it. He loved it, so I went with it. The Hawaiian Turk listening to us this morning, thank you very much. Oh, Lordy, so much more stuff to cover, and I'm being handed a note here. Hold on just a second, folks. As the intro is played often, doing it live. Josh, you cannot throw a fastball to save your life. And I'm not going to let you. Period. I'm being told, I'm being called into a meeting. That's what I'm being told. I'm being called into a meeting, so this has suddenly become an express version of SITM, only because I'm being called into a money-making meeting, and a couple of... No? Okay. That was an incorrect note. Okay, so... Will y'all quit confusing me like that? Let me say hello to the good folks on the Lake County Sports Network that are tuning us in live. We thank you. Glenview, Westlake, Grayslake, Gurnee, Warren Township, everybody around there, thank you for tuning in. We love you, and we hope to have more programming coming your way from ASN. Let me also thank the good folks at the Continental Indoor Lacrosse League. I had a ball calling their first match this past Saturday, and I've got two more to call this coming Saturday in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'll give you more information about that during the second hour. You're doing NFL preview. This is going to be a shortened show, but it's not going to be an hour. It's probably going to be like an hour 20 because I actually am being pulled into a meeting. That's correct, but the time was wrong. So what we're going to do here is, let's do this. Let's do some. Let's give you an update on what's going on with ASN and the Lake County Sports Network. And I got a fellow to thank. His name is Dennis Whiten, and he came to me and he said, "Snowman, I want you to call a Warren Wolves game." Sure, why not? I'm up for it. Pretty intense game. Even more intense since neither Dennis nor myself had anything to eat or drink. But you know what? It's okay. It is quite okay because the game got played, the deed got done, and everything has been in motion, and now we are being aired live on the Lake County Sports Network. Oh, man. Sylvia's so mad at me. You're going to have to, she says, you're going to have to post a pic of me so they don't think I am a mad eating Igor. Sylvie, they already know that. They just know you have a personality, as do I. And she says, yes, hot dog relish still exists. Oh, dear Lord. Portions of today's show brought to you in part by GameWorks of Schaumburg. Schaumburg GameWorks, food and more. It's games, it's food, it's the works. GameWorks. And speaking of GameWorks, that's where I went for my... Where is he? He's right over there. Okay. My producer, who is also my friend, took me to GameWorks for my birthday. And he said, when he took me for my birthday, he said, I am not going to let you run around here like a madman because we are going to hang out together. We're going to play skee ball. And as soon as I got done eating, I took off for the upper level so I can play some Pac-Man. I tried to get him to play Star Wars Racer with me, but he wouldn't do it. I don't know why. Probably because I beat him twice. Now, there was something we discussed on the afternoon locker room, Alvin and myself, and I thank you, Alvin, for coming on yesterday, and I hope to have him back on tomorrow's show. Remember, no show today because I'll be in Three Oaks, Michigan. Is this the end for Tiger Woods? Remember Sunday he pulled out of the of a golf tournament because of a back injury. And speculation has been abound that this will be it for him. No, it's not. It's not it. If you think it is, you'd be crazy. And now there are reports coming out of Louisville that say Tiger Woods may play the PGA Championship despite the back injury. Mark Steinberg told ESPN it's way too early to rule Woods out of the tournament. He has to rest and get treatment and then assess later. Wow. Not only will he pulled the Bridgestone. Here we go. He pulled out of the Bridgestone tournament in the final round after the second hole because he tweaked a back injury. Some people say if he returns to this major, it'll be a major mistake. I agree with Mark Steinberg. Let him rest, let him heal, and then see what happens. It would be a shock to see Woods tee it up 4 days after grimacing in pain, barely walking, and struggling to tie his own shoes. Woods has battled through pain before, but as he noted in regard to his back injury early this year, this was different because he couldn't swing the club and he had no strength. Anybody who's dealt with back pain knows this is not the easiest kind of pain to deal with. My good friend Corey Cabalogan tuning us in from the left coast. Thank you very much. Spinal specialist Dr. Stefan Prada told the Daily News he wouldn't expect Woods this week even if the injury turns out less serious than it appears. You don't want to mess with a back injury. You really don't. You really don't want to do that. Prada said, quote, there's always a chance, but he looked pretty uncomfortable and he talked about back spasms. Those are hard to get over and expect to go play in a week. He may be over them, but he may not want to take that risk. He has to kind of go back a few steps like he's recovering and working on his core strengths. Core strengths. You know what's going to happen? Even if he does not play in this major, people are going to be writing him off left and right. And then he's going to come back with a vengeance. And show everybody, hey, I'm still around. Let's go to our morning tee shot, courtesy of my friend Brady Stiff and courtesy of Chicago now, and I hope he doesn't mind that I do this. Javi Baez gets the call to the majors. Second biggest news of the Cubs season. Oh, boy, they made the decision to call him one of the top prospects up to the big leagues. Javier Baez has been hitting .300 with 12 homers since July 1st at AAA Iowa. It's quite possible Baez will get off to a slow start as he hit .172 in April this year, his first month at the AAA level. But his average has improved since then. He's also hitting .283 with runners in scoring position. The Cubs aren't going anywhere this year, but I think this call-up is a sign that management is tired of waiting, tired of losing. Baez makes his debut tonight in Colorado. And he'll go 0 for 4. Oh, I'm kidding. The second biggest news story. Oh, Lordy. And this is coming from a Cub fan. Which prompts a question, and I had this prompted to me. Well, may have to do that later after the break. Because now it is time for our question of the day, and it's presented by Gigahertz, the official computer solutions company. There's an NWO reunion next week on Raw. Who cares? Who cares, Josh? No, I'm kidding. I haven't messed with them in a little bit. You wouldn't hit the target on the first attempt. Time for our question of the day. It's presented by Gigahertz, the official computer solutions company of the Arena Sports Network. And this is the question. It goes a little something like this. What is your ultimate snack to have while watching a football game? What is your ultimate snack to have while watching a football game? Well, for me, that would be a plate with all kinds of snacks on it. You can find this question on our doggone it. You can find this question on our Facebook page as well as our Twitter page, and you can follow along with us. Again, the question of the day presented by Gigahertz. What is your ultimate snack to have while watching football? And football is here. And anybody that watched the Hall of Fame game, there could be a good sign of things to come for the New York Giants. Second half of the show, we'll have a team preview. Oh, excuse me. We'll have a team preview. I got to get a friend of mine, Keith Myers, to come on. He'll preview the Colts. I know I'm going to have a couple folks preview the Bears, but I'll let you know who my team preview will be after we do another mic. We're going to do the mic to mic today. Yes, we're going to do another mic to mic today, and you'll hear that. And Joshua Jackson is the interview. We taped this interview some time back, and you will hear that. And then when we come back, I will do my NFL team preview, and I think that's how we're going to close because I do have to hustle out of here, and I do have to get a few things done because I am being pulled into a meeting. But I'm not going to disappoint the fans. I'm not going to disappoint the fans, especially now since we were picked up by the Lake County Sports Network. Just know that we're still getting a lot of stuff together between the two entities to become one big empire. And yeah, I said it, and I claim it. I said it, and I claim it, period. You know what? I'm going to pose this question to Mama Turk. Kim Turk, a friend of mine and the mother of Dylan Turk, I'm hoping will give me an answer to this question. Let me see if Josh answered the question in the does it have to be one thing? I don't know, Josh. I don't know. You tell me your favorite snacks, and then we'll decide. Again, the Gigahertz question of the day is, what is your ultimate snack to have while watching football? That is going to be interesting. I can't wait to see the responses that I'm going to get while this happens. I taped a conversation with Joshua Jackson for Mic to Mic, and after the break and the station ID for the good folks at the Lake County Sports Network, you will hear that in its entirety as we begin the second hour of Snowman in the Morning, presented by LaPorteCountyLife.com on ASN and the Lake County Sports Network.
Get your best price on Ford trucks, Focus, F-150, Explorer, Escape, and Lincoln MKS, MKT, MKX, MKZ, as well as Fiesta, Fusion, Taurus, Mustang, Navigator, and all other new Ford Lincoln vehicles at the all-new Sowers Ford in Lincoln, Northwest Indiana's newest Ford Lincoln dealer. We offer new and used Ford Lincoln vehicles, parts, service, and used cars. If you are in Northwest Indiana or near Michigan City, LaPorte, Hobart, Burns Harbor, Valparaiso, Chesterton, South Bend, or Portage, there is no comparison to the other dealers around town. We are about to earn your business with top quality service and the most competitive pricing in Indiana. Stop by today at 3930 Franklin Street in Michigan City or give us a call at 219-879-5381. That's 219-879-5381. Or visit us online at www.sowersauto.com. Sowers Ford Lincoln, Northwest Indiana's newest Ford Lincoln dealer.
You're listening to Snowman in the Morning on ASN and the Lake County Sports Network.
You're listening to the Lake County Sports Network, Lake County's best sports station.
Where would you rather watch football this weekend? At Mommy's house?
Go, touchdown! Wow, football is my favorite show.
Maybe with your snooty neighbor?
Cheers! You spilled my appletini all over the duvet.
Or you could go tailgating with real football fans at Buffalo Wild Wings and enjoy an endless supply of delicious wings and ice-cold beer. Tailgating at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Buffalo Wild Wings in Round Lake Beach is a proud sponsor of the Lake County Sports Network. Buffalo Wild Wings. You have to be here.
Have you heard the good news about a company that started 4 years ago and worked at a relentless pace based entirely upon one simple premise? Have you heard the good news about a place you can go to enjoy positive, community-oriented information about the town, city, or region that you live in and the people involved? Have you heard the good news that you yourself can share stories about this same theme to others in your community? That place is LaPorteCountyLife.com. At LaPorteCountyLife.com, you can celebrate a company that had a crazy dream based on a belief that positive breeds positive and that people want to read, hear, and watch stuff about good people. At LaPorteCountyLife.com, you can go to a place to enjoy positive, community-oriented information about the town, city, or region that you live in and the people involved. Want to see more? Want to read more? Want to hear more? Then go to LaPorteCountyLife.com. Have you heard the good news?
The following segment has been pre-recorded.
All right, it's Friday. It's the second half of Snowman in the Morning, and you know what that means. First off, Snowman in the Morning, this portion presented by TCF Bank, the official bank of the Arena Sports Network. TCF Bank, surprisingly, TCF. I had a wildly great time with Steve Willis last Friday on Mic to Mic to kick off the second half. And I have my brother from another mother down in Jacksonville, Florida, on the Gigahertz hotline with me as we present Mic to Mic one more time. Joshua Jackson joins me on the hotline. JJ, what's up?
Brian Snow, the hardest working man in the Chicagoland area. How you doing, my friend?
Man, you know what? You know what goes on every morning for 2 hours. Gotta wake these people up and tell them what's going on. And I know you've been extremely busy with Edward Waters College. You've added University of North Florida to the mix, and I know they love you in Osprey Nation, man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. The good Lord has definitely been good to a young 30-year-old brother, but it's definitely been a grind. I will say that between UNF and Edward Waters, and still doing work with our ABA team here, the Jacksonville Giants, and some high school teams that I picked up this year. So it has definitely been a whirlwind early 2014 for Joshua Jackson, but it's definitely a blessing. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
And wouldn't have it any other way. Which brings me to this point, and we spoke of it before, and I've talked with a few other of my broadcasting brethren about this. It's 2014. Guys like you and I and Alvin Washington are doing play-by-play, but this still disturbs me that a lot of African-American men and women do not get a fair shake in doing play-by-play. Let me start there, and let me get your take on, A, why that is, and B, what can be done to solve that problem.
Wow, that is definitely a big question, and it's something that definitely needs to be asked. I really just think it all comes to, just the content. I really think, just being able to get your content out there and get your content to actually stand out and shine, not necessarily among, having to think, well, it's an African-American thing this or an African-American thing that. Is just, I'm a great sports broadcaster. You're a great sports broadcaster regardless to what the color of your skin might be. I'll harken back to what Martin Luther King says all the time: judge me not by the color of my skin, but by the content of my character. And I want to think that my content that I put out, whether it's doing public address or whether it's doing play-by-play broadcasting, I think it far exceeds anyone that's doing anything on my level. So I definitely feel that it's just something that we as African Americans need to do, is we need to do a much better job of marketing ourselves in this field, considering that it is a tremendous field, and there are definitely some successful African Americans that are doing this job. I think we need to be more vigilant in getting our material out there, letting people know that this is a great field, and we want to be able to get our material and things like that out there as well. I think if we are able to get ourselves out there, promote ourselves in a much better way, I think we'll definitely have a much better shake in how things eventually turn out.
And given the fact that 21st century technology has advanced, you have social media, you got things like YouTube and Facebook and everything, it should not be a problem. You and I do it all the time. Alvin Washington does it all the time, of getting our content out there. That's the biggest thing. The years that you've had at Edward Waters College, getting a chance to showcase your talents on that kind of stage and delivering calls each week for the Edward Waters College Tigers. I was a pregame host for 2 seasons. You did the same for me. Tell the folks what it's like to have that kind of opportunity to showcase your talents.
Really, it's a humongous opportunity because I'm kind of working with a double whammy or double-edged sword here. Number one, I'm working at an HBCU. Number two, I'm working at an HBCU on an NAIA level, and that's kind of like the fourth level of the hierarchy of college sports. You've got the NCAA Division I, you've got 1AA Division II, Division III, and right underneath that you have the NAIA level. And not too many people know about NAIA athletics. It's the oldest athletics union, college collegiate athletics union in the country. It was actually founded before the NCAA was even in existence. So the NAIA, working at the NAIA level, trying to get that content out there, and also working at an HBCU and getting people to see that yes, good football and good athletics comes from HBCUs. I mean, heck, some of the greatest athletes in sports, attended HBCUs. We have to go over the list. You got your Jerry Rices, your John Stallworths, all those guys, Walter Paytons, all those great players that played at HBCU. So being able to get that content out there and being able to do it at a small school on a big scale, it was definitely a challenge, but it's definitely something that I love to do because I love getting behind that mic. I love strapping on that headset that we talk about every time you and I have private conversations, strapping on that headset and doing what we need to do. Being able to do it for that great institution in Edward Waters College is definitely a blessing, and it's something that I'm very proud of, to be able to start that EWC Sports Network, and I want to be able to continue to see that work get bigger and bigger and bigger as the years go along. You and I have shared a microphone so many times. As mentioned, I was the pregame host for the EWC Sports Network for a full season. For JJ, he did the same for me with the TIU Sports Network, and you're right, getting that out there is the biggest thing, and to see that kind of network develop is absolutely huge, and it gives the fans a chance to really tune in and hear what's going on with their team, especially for the folks that can't make it when we go on the road. And you and I have had some road trips from where, and I don't even have to discuss that. Oh my God! Which let me have some fun here. And you've talked about it with me before off the air. I'm going to show these people and the folks that are tuning in that ask me all the time, what is the strangest place and the strangest game
that you have done. Now I'm going to pose this to you, my brother, and I'm going to add a twist to it. What is the strangest city that you have been in to call a football game? I think I know the answer, but I want you to confirm it.
Oh, my goodness. I think I might have a new one because this year we've had some crazy places that we actually went in this year with the EWC Sports Network. I went to a place that was called Valley, Alabama, which is right on the line between Georgia and Alabama. And when I tell you they got the name of the city right. It's called Valley, and it's really in a valley. I mean, there's not any reception. The cell reception is horrible. To get any sort of internet connection is a miracle from God. To be able to and to actually be able to try to broadcast a game was a near miracle in and of itself. So that was a struggle. The very first game of the year going to play Alcorn State in the Mississippi Delta, and this is late August in the South, and it is sweltering
Oh, my word.
I am sweating through my polo shirt that I wear every game. It's just I'm surprised I didn't electrocute myself with the level of sweat that I was perspiring onto my equipment.
Right.
So we've gone to some crazy places this year.
Oh,
but again,
I got one in return, brother. I got one in return. At the top of the season for TIU, we went to play Trinity Bible College in a little joint we like to call Allendale, North Dakota.
Oh my!
Yeah, I told you this off the air, and all you said was, and this is the God's honest truth, folks. All JJ said to me was, "Brother, I'll pray for you." And we had to get on the bus. Me and the team and the coaches had to get on the bus at 5 a.m. Central Time for what turned out to be a, ready for this, 15-hour ride to Allendale, North Dakota. We stayed a little bit away from campus, and it's one of those kind of bus rides, and I know you've had them, where your body just decides to rebel. It's going, I'm not dealing with this, and you're not going to get any rest because of it. I had a headache from hell. Liz called me, and she says, I have the feeling you're not okay. Are you okay? And my response to her, no, I'm not okay. I got a headache the size of Soldier Field.
Oh, my goodness. I had a ride like that, not this past year, but the year before that, we went to Jackson, Tennessee, Wayne College, and we're riding from Jacksonville, Florida, Jackson, Tennessee. And when you go to Jackson, Tennessee, that's in the middle or western or more middle between it's between the middle part of Tennessee and Memphis, which is on the outer western part of the state.
Right.
And the bus ride there, you're thinking, oh, my goodness, I'm never going to get there. And by the time you get there, you call your game, you get everything done, and you're on the way back home, you're thinking, oh, my goodness, I'm never going to get home. Those places, it just drives you absolutely nuts. So I definitely have some stories when it comes to strange places that we've gone to or we may go to. It's just been absolutely nuts.
I mean,
it was just riding along with this thing.
And with that trip to North Dakota, I told some of the fans about this. With that trip to North Dakota, that was the most hours of non-sleep I've ever gotten. Because it seems like every half hour or every hour I was waking up for something. My body's saying, you got to sleep. And mind you, I called a game the night before in Michigan City, Indiana. Called a volleyball match for Marquette Catholic. So I had to fly from there to Deerfield, and we get on the bus. Finally, we stopped for lunch, and it was an hour break. We had to take an hour break because the guys needed to stretch their legs. And you've been on road trips like this. You ever eaten and you feel like you're okay, but as soon as you take that first step away from the table, you're going, why am I going to lose my lunch right now?
Exactly. I tell you one story. I could tell you I want to say it was the 2008 season. We were going to play Savannah State at Edward Waters. We're going to play Savannah State, and this is before Savannah State renovated Ted Wright Stadium.
Yeah.
We used to call it Dead Wrong Stadium because they were dead wrong for building the thing. the wind blew any direction, the wind may very well blow the press box off of the little scaffolding that it's on, and it's going to be a tragic situation there. I mean, there were steps to get up to the press box. There was no elevators to get there. It was just absolutely nuts there. And, I had something heavy to eat, and I'm like, oh, my goodness, I'm going to lose my lunch because of this motion sickness I'm having right now while this wind is blowing. I'm trying to call this football game. So, trust me, that's why I've always said I always want to be light on my toes before I step on that pen.
Yes, indeed.
I want to have a situation where I'm throwing up on myself.
The last 2 years, TAU has gone to play Grandview in Des Moines, Iowa. Very, very delightful trip. And you mentioned how some press boxes are. Let me tell you about Grandview. They had me set up outside with a canopy over me. And look, much love for the folks at Grandview. Much love for the folks at Grandview and how they get everything set up. Got me set up and rolling and got the internet connection and everything. But it was just the fact that it was October. It was getting cold. The wind was blowing. And I'm trying to take stats with my hands in my pockets.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
As I have often asked on the show, what in the hell is wrong with this picture?
Exactly. Two more quick stories. Walking up to the Crampton Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama. If you ever think of the old O.J. song, Stairway to Heaven.
Yes.
There's no elevators there. You're walking up the stairs. You feel like you're never going to get to the press box. And then when you get to the press box, you've got to walk up another 2 flights of stairs to get to where your spot is to get there. And then going to Lynchburg, Virginia. You're freezing.
Oh, my God.
I'm a Florida boy. I was born in the summer. We're playing Virginia University of Lynchburg in Lynchburg City Stadium. It's an old rickety stadium. There's no press box, or there is a press box, but there's no enclosed press box. It's in the middle of November, and I'm freezing trying to call a football game. It was definitely. I have some stories for you. I'll tell you, listeners. I may tell some listeners offline, but I've definitely crazy stories for this career. Man.
Joshua Jackson joining me for another delightful conversation. This edition of Mike to Mike presented by Gigahertz, the official computer solutions company of the Arena Sports Network. I know. Thank you, Joshua Jackson, for that conversation. I'm just loving the fact that he, I think it was Savannah State, he mentioned Ted Wright Stadium being called Dead Wrong Stadium because of the way that it's built. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Pause for a break, and when we come back, I'll do my team NFL preview, and then we'll get the heck out of here because there is some work to be done. Back in the deuce.
Looking for a reason to visit U.S. Tire and Auto in Gary, Indiana? Our customers gave us 5 of them. The high standards of quality service and parts, lifetime warranties, a strong business built on honesty and integrity. They've been servicing the Gary community since 1991 and the largest auto and light truck tire dealer in the city of Gary, Indiana. We have a variety of products and services that are instrumental to the health of your car, including our tire fitment guide to help you find the correct size tires for your automobile. Our friendly service staff will quickly outfit your vehicle with a high-quality tire that is right for you. Check out our tire and wheel catalog to give your vehicle the perfect fit. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 219-884-4600 or visit us online at www.ustire-auto.com.
Are you ready?
Hey there, sports fans. Did you know that you can listen to Lake County Sports Network on your iPhone or Android operating device? Simply download the TuneIn free app and search for Lake County Sports Network, and away you go. Sports fans, you're listening to the Lake County Sports Network.
Bow to the masters. Break it down.
The Marcus Gurney Cinema in the Gurney Mills Shopping Mall, 6144 Grand Avenue in Gurnee. For movie showtimes and advance tickets, their website is www.marcustheaters.com, or the phone number is 847-855-9940. The Marcus Gurney Cinema can host your private party, has 20 movie screens, and accommodations for the disabled. Marcus Gurney Cinema creates magical movie memories.
At Strachan Van Til, everything we do is designed around you. From the uncompromising freshness down every aisle to the unbeatable quality you'll always find. It's the very best selection from choice meats to bakery. And getting honest value every single day, all with the friendly personal service and the savings that you deserve. That's built around you. That's Strachan Van Til. Visit svtgroceries.com today.
Now what's that? I say, now what's that boy up to? Better check on it, yeah.
You're listening to Snowman in the Morning.
Ask a silly question, get a silly answer.
Oh, boy. This morning's been off the cuff. Snowman in the Morning, presented in part by LaporteCountyLive.com. LaPorte County Live, have you heard the good news? And if you have the good news, we're going to be at the LaPorte County Fairgrounds on August 30th. We're doing an ALR Saturday special. It's going to be aired live from 3 to 6 in LaPorte at the LaPorte County Fairgrounds. I can't talk this morning. Please forgive me. And there's going to be all kinds of fun stuff there, including a dunk tank. And doggone it, I'm going to try to get in the dunk tank, which means I'm going to have kids on top of kids on top of kids throwing baseballs, trying to get me in the water. Oh, who am I kidding? There are going to be kids there. There are going to be women there that have recovered from being incarcerated, telling their stories about getting over addiction. It's going to be an awesome event. That is Saturday, August 30th at the LaPorte County Fairgrounds in LaPorte County, Indiana. And like I said, there's going to be all kinds of stuff there. The food's going to be off the charts. Here I go talking about that again. Yeah, I'm kidding as I say that. It's going to be all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. And once again, I'm going to work it out with the folks in charge, but I think I'm going to try to get in the dunk tank. If it's confirmed that I'm getting in the dunk tank, that means all kinds of people from Chicago are going to be lined up around the corner. But it's for a very worthy cause. And I just saw this post. Thank you, Sunshine. Recovery Rocks, a 2014 celebration of a family-fun event, drug and alcohol-free, August 30th. The event runs from 1 to 8 and from 3 to 6. The afternoon locker room Saturday special will be there. And I want to get in the tank. In fact, I'm going to post this right now. They just sent me a post on their Facebook page. Yep, they just sent me a post on their Facebook. I played the interview. Joshua Jackson's up and tuning in. I sent him a comment about Tet Wright Stadium at Savannah State being called Dead Wrong Stadium. Yeah. But thank you to the good folks at Worthy Recovery. It's National Recovery Month this September, and they're going to have lady testimonies from 3 to 7. We're going to be there from 3 to 6 and probably beyond that. And I want to get in the tank. All right? Oh, I just got a confirmation. Right after I get off of the air, and I'm inviting all the fans that listen to the afternoon locker room, especially in Northwest Indiana, and I just got a confirmation. I'm getting in the tank. They just gave me the word, and thank you to the great folks at Worthy Recovery. It's going to be an awesome event. We're going to be there from 3 to 6 doing our live show, the ALR Saturday Special. Josh, you are coming nowhere near me in the dunk tank. But it is for a great cause, and I'm just letting y'all know, Old Snowman is going to be in the dunk tank at 6 p.m. Wait. I got to confirm the day. I'm going to confirm that it is indeed Saturday and I might go out Friday. No, I can't go out Friday because I got a Marist game. This is why I bought the organizer that I have right now sitting to my left, so I can figure out where the hell I'm going. Snowman in the Morning, presented by LaporteCountyLife.com, and also presented by Worthy Recovery, who hosts its Worthy Recovery Rock Celebration, August 30th from 1 to 8, and it's a family fun event. It's drug and alcohol free. Great guests are lined up, including Mayor John Boyd. There's a motorcycle show at 2. A lot of ladies' testimonies from 3 to 7. A positive approach to teen health parent talk. That'll be at 4. Moving Away from Addiction by Thomas Fuji Stockstill. That'll be at 5. A BMX bike exhibit from 4 to 6. We'll be out there from 3 to 6 doing the afternoon locker room Saturday special. Oh, have mercy. Right after, it'll be 6 p.m. Saturday. Okay. Josh answered the question of the day. Let me get to that right now. His ultimate snack will be a plate of frosted sugar cookies. Really? For football? Come on, Josh. You know better than that. I'm just picking on him. Plate of frosted sugar cookies, churros, garlic bread, and possibly some Alfredo noodles. The garlic bread? Okay. I'm so excited to be working with for the Recovery Rocks event in LaPorte County on August 30th. It's going to be for a great cause. And I get to get in the tank right after the radio gig, right after I do my show. Old Snowman's going to climb his tail in the dunk tank. Oh, I can't wait. Man, I can't wait. Again, a shout to the folks at Worthy Recovery for making this happen, and it's going to be totally awesome. And they just gave me a confirmation. Yep, it's going to be. I'm probably going to get there right as they start, so I'll know where I'm setting up and everything. But beginning at 6 p.m. when I sign off, and I'm going to have a ton of people there taking pictures, Old Snowman's getting in the dunk tank at the Recovery Rock celebration at the LaPorte County Fairgrounds on August 30th. I can't wait. It's for a wonderful cause. It's for an absolutely wonderful cause. I can't wait. I'm excited. I have never participated in a fair where that has a dunk tank in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But I don't care. This time I'm getting in the tank. And for all the fans that are going to be there, that are going to be listening to the show, I know they're going to be lined up to throw baseballs to try to get me in the dunk tank. And you know what's going to happen. You know what is going to happen. They're going to be walking up and punching the bullseye and dunking me at every turn if they can't hit the tank, if they can't hit the bullseye. And Josh, you're not allowed. The girls from the Exelon Files throwing at me. You know what, Josh? My response is this. You know what they'll do? They'll get the entire softball team. Every softball team that's in the Noble Street Conference, they're going to be walking up and they're going to be firing BBs at the target. But again, it's for a great cause, and I can't wait to get there. Marist football comes to ASN exclusively beginning August 29th when they host DeSable, and we will have the entire 9-game schedule on ASN beginning August 29th. Our pregame starts at 6:30, kickoff 7:30. That's Maristan DeSable from Marist Stadium. And that, my friends, will help kick off the season. We also have Noble Network football coming your way as well. A couple Chicago Public League football games. We got all kinds of stuff coming for the fall. And we want you all to join us. Oh, boy. All right. Now it's time to do my NFL preview, and I'm being told that I got to hustle, so we're going to get this NFL preview in, and then we're going to get out of here because there's some stuff that Old Snowman needs to do. And plus, I got to head to Michigan for the sports drive. If y'all are listening to WRHC in Harbor Country, listening to RadioHarborCountry.org, I'll be on at 7 Eastern doing the sports drive, and thank you to everybody there that allows us to host. Now, here's my NFL. No, I'm being told no. My producer's saying no, and oh my goodness, we're at the bottom of the hour. So you want me to do a quick ID and then sign off? Okay. I have to do an ID for the good folks at the Lake County Sports Network, and then we're going to sign off because I have to dash out of here. And, again, we owe y'all a station ID. So for those of you tuning us in, you're listening to Snowman in the Morning on ASN of the Lake County Sports Network.
You're listening to the Lake County Sports Network, Lake County's best sports station.
And with that in mind, I got to dash because I'm being called into a meeting. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to do the NFL preview. We will do that tomorrow. I have to get out of here, so let me close up shop right now.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
Oh, man.
Wasn't that great, kid?
We'll have the full 2 hours for you tomorrow, including another classic Mike to Mike. I will have my NFL preview, but it will be a division. It will not just be one team. We'll do the team previews starting Monday. Got to dash out of here. Got to get ready to go to Michigan and do the sports drive. We hope you tune in, and we hope you love this. Thank you to the good folks at the Lake County Sports Network. Dennis the Menace, thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Have a great day. God bless. I will talk to you tomorrow. Make your next move your best move. So long, everybody.